Now let us see 2D viewing. In this, we'll talk about the 3D rendering pipeline. 2D rendering pipeline, the clipping algorithms like Cohen-Sutherland line clipping and Sutherland-Hodgman polygon clipping. And we'll also see the viewport transformation, scan conversion, and we'll summarize. So this is a 3D rendering pipeline. See, whenever we talk about rendering, so let us go ahead with this. A 2D rendering pipeline, because we have seen that 3D primitives is converted into 2D primitives. Now we want to clip. That is, we want to clip portions of geometric primitives which are residing outside window. If this is a window, if this is a formation, we want to remove this and just or want to ignore or clip. We want to clip this part. Then we do the viewport transformation. That means we transform the clip primitives from here, from screen to image coordinates, because we have already clipped now. And then we do the scan conversion. That is, we want to fill the pixel representing the primitives into the screen coordinate. Then only we can show the image. So we'll see the clip portions of geometric primitives residing outside windows. So let us see the clipping now. So as I suggested earlier, clipping means to avoid drawing parts of primitives outside the window. So window defines part of scene being viewed. If this is a window, we want to see only that part which is in the window. You can get an view in which various things are there. But if this is our window that we want to see, we want to clip everything outside it. So windows defines the part of scene being viewed right now. And we must draw geometric primitives only inside this window which we want to see. These are the world coordinates right now. So as I said that we avoid drawing parts of primitives outside the window. This is, say, our viewing window is. Okay. And this is the object or any 3D primitive. We want to see only this part. So we want to avoid or say remove this part. And this is called clipping. Avoiding drawing parts of primitive outside window. For that we can have points, line, polygon, circles. The circle can be there, line can be there. So in this line we have to clip this. We have to show only this. So for point clipping, let us start with the point clipping. This is the point xy. Is this point xy inside the clip window? Okay. If it is inside, then x should be between wx1 wx2. Okay, this range, and y should be between wy2 and wy1. So if this xy agrees with this condition, then we will allow this point to be shown. What about line clipping? We find the part of a line inside a clip window like this. These are the various. These 2 points, P1, P2 line, P9, P0 is not there. This is a view before clipping, but we have P7. We have to be very sure about P7, P8 and P5, P6 because they are at the boundary. P3, P4 is inside. So now after clipping, what is to be shown inside the window? We find the part of a line inside the clip window. So this one, this figure, this view, when showed in the clip window will only be these three, and that also this P7, P8 and P5, P6. So P5 has become P5 dash, P7 has become P dash 7, and this P8 has become our P dash 8. Means new points line. So we have for line clipping, Cohen-Sutherland line clipping. We use simple tests to classify easy cases first. Okay. We classify some lines quickly by AND of bit codes representing regions of two endpoint. Okay. So we apply the AND of bits code. If this is a bit code of every region, say this is the bit code of region. Okay. We apply these are the bit codes. We apply simple AND. And once we apply the AND, this will be out. You know how to AND, endpoints. If we classify some lines quickly by AND of bit codes representing the regions of two endpoints, and it must be 0. So ultimately we find this is only lying inside. Then we compute intersection with view boundary for lines that can't be classified, like this line, right? So we compute intersection of uh, this line with the window boundary. This is the window boundary for lines that can't be classified quickly, like this, and we just remove this. This is the point we want. Again, with P7, P8, we find this point, that is P-7, and then P8, that is the P-8. So these are the different points on the previous line points. Then P9, P10, because this P9, P10 is actually in this region, and this end. So it is lying in 3 regions. So we find the intersection point. Okay, again find the P9, P10. Now it is lying in 0, 1, 0, 0, and we can see that this will also be removed. So now we come to polygon clipping. We find part of a polygon inside a clip window. Now we have these polygons. There are 4 polygons, and before clipping, this view is something like this. This is our window we want to show, but after clipping we will show only those areas or regions which are inside the clip window. So this is Sutherland and Hodgman polygon clipping. We clip each window boundary one at a time. This one first, second one, and then the third one. So clipping a boundary, we do inside test for each point in sequence. We insert new points when cross window boundary, when the region cross boundary, and we remove points outside window boundary. This is a window boundary. This is inside, this is outside. What we do, we find this point P1, then P2, and then P3. Actually P3 is, just assume it like this. Okay, this is our region. Then we find P3, and we say that P3 is not lying, it is actually lying outside. So we find a point which is intersecting point, P'3 actually. Then we go for P4. We find that P4 is outside, we leave it. Then P5, we find that okay, this is here. So we find a point P'. So these are the 4 points. So ultimately we will only show this. So in this clipping we have seen these are the simple I'm not going into the deep explanation. Then we come to the viewport transformation, that is transform the clipped primitives from screen to image coordinates. View transformation is transforming this 2D geometric primitives from screen coordinate system, that is the projected coordinates, to our image coordinate system, that is the device coordinate. What we do, this is a screen, right? This is a screen. Now we are trying to transfer our points to actual viewport, because this is the image which is actually going to be presented on the viewport. So what is the difference between window and viewport? Window is world coordinate area selected for display, and what is to be viewed. First of all, viewport is the area on the display device to which the window is going to be mapped, where it is to be displayed. What is to be viewed, and it is okay that I want to show all this, but my device can show only this. So where it is to be displayed, area on the device display device to which the window is mapped. So viewport transformation is done like this: window to viewport mapping. This is our window, this is our viewport. So this is a very simple conversion from screen coordinate to image coordinate. Vx, this point Vx will be equal to Vx1, this one, plus Wx1, and Vx2 minus Vx1 divided by Wx2 minus Wx1. Vy also can be found by using this relation. So this is so easy, just by knowing the window boundary and viewport boundary, and these 2 points we again easily find out what point needs to be mapped from window to viewport mapping. Then we come to the scan conversion, that is we want to fill pixel representing primitives in the screen coordinate. Now we have showed things, now we want to fill the pixels also. So how to fill the pixels representing the primitives in screen coordinate? First is scan conversion. So the scan conversion is we figure out which pixel to fill. For example, filling inside of a triangle. If this is a triangle, we want to fill this triangle with the pixel. So we can have triangle scan conversion. This is a very simple algorithm. We color all pixels which are inside the triangle. So this is, we have to apply the inside triangle test. So point is inside a triangle if it is in the position half place of all three boundary lines. Okay, a simple test. In triangle sweep line algorithm, triangle scan conversion, we take advantage of the spatial coherence. We compute which pixels are inside using the horizontal spans, and we process horizontal spans in a scan line order. We take advantage of edge linearity also. So we use edge slopes to update the coordinates incrementally. Okay, so this is how we compute the triangle sweep line algorithm. Now polygon scan conversion, we want to fill pixels inside a polygon. It can be triangle, it can be quadrilateral, or say convex, star shape, concave, self-intersecting holes also. This is the inside polygon rule. We need better test for points inside a polygon, that is inside polygon rule. Inside triangle test works only for the convex polygon. This is a concave polygon, and this is a convex, and this is concave. So this works for convex, but what about the concave? We use the odd parity rule. Any ray from P to infinity cross odd number of edges. This is a concave. This is a self-intersecting, and these are with holes. These are holes. So we just apply the odd parity rule. If it is odd parity, we say that it is inside polygon. Then polygon scan conversion, we use the polygon line sweep algorithm. In this, incremental algorithm is used to find spans, and we determine the insideness with odd parity rule. Okay. So this is a triangle, and this is a polygon. Now we see that this is a polygon line sweep algorithm. We use just incremental algorithm just to find spans. This is a polygon scan conversion, hardware scan conversion. So we convert everything into triangle now because we have to show it. So we convert everything into triangle. So the summary of transformation which we have seen, this is XYZ point. We have done the transformation, modeling transformation, then viewing transformation, projection transformation, and then window to viewport transformation. And finally we have a point PXY. So ultimately PXYZ we have converted into PXY, that is XYZ to XY. So this is the transformation we have seen, and I'm just giving you brief ideas. This is just an introductory thing, and if you really want to go inside, then you have to really see the book, and once you are aware of what I have told you in the book, you will be able to learn it very very fast and speedy manner. Thank you so much.